सुसेगाद दंपार पुडोनारांक म्हजो माय मोगाचो नमस्कार। हांव फ्रँकी फर्नांडीस मेलबर्न ऑस्ट्रेलियासून तुमकां ह्यो गोंयच्यो आनी भायल्या देशांत रावतल्या गोंयकारांच्यो खबरो कोंकणींतल्यान पावयता। आज ऑक्टोबराची 19 तारीख। ह्या सुमारांत आमी सुरवात करता परत ऑस्ट्रेलियासून। आमचो गोंयकार भाव गांवान कुर्तोरेचो रुबन डिमेलो हो द वॉयस 2024 ह्या संगीताच्या कार्यक्रमांत सद्याक तरी सेमीफायनल्साच्या पावण्यार पावला। हांगा सुमार 12 आनी संगीत गायतल्या संगाताक भाग घेतलो आनी हांगा जैतिवंत जाल्या उपरांत फायनल्सांत भाग घेवपाक ताका संदी मेळटली। सगळे गोंयकार गोंयांतसून UK लंडन हांगा ऑस्ट्रेलिया आशेन आसा की रुबन ह्या वर्साच्या द वॉयस हातून जैतिवंत जातलो म्हूण। कुर्तोरे गांवचो विन्स कॉस्टा फाउंडर गेट क्रिएटिव्ह गोवा आमकां रुबना बाबतींत सांगता।
So the first time that I heard about Ruben was from my family in Australia, who said, hey, you know, there's this guy from Kurturi on The Voice. And that got me really excited, and I had to find out who he was and what it was about. It's not every day that somebody from Kurturi shows up on The Voice. I have to admit that the first time that I heard Ruben sing Ed Sheeran's song, I See Fire, I knew that he was special. And I see every reason actually in why Ruben can win the competition this year. He's got a very unique voice. He's got power to back it. He makes songs his own, really kind of delivering them very soulfully and genuinely. And he's got charisma. And let's not forget that to stand on a big stage like that takes a lot of self-belief, and obviously he has it. Also, he comes from a musically cultural place, which is Goa, and he's got music in his blood, like they would say in Goa, "Muz gamge rokta nasa." And Kurturi has had a deep history of producing some of Goa's finest musicians and being a cradle to the Mando. So, Ruben Bab, तुका सगळे गोंयकारांचे नांवान मोग धाडटा आनी उनुनीत पोरबी दिता की तूं इतलो फुडें पावलो म्हूण कॉम्पिटिशनान, आनी आमी सगळे मागता की तूं जैतिवंत येवं म्हूण कॉम्पिटिशन.
So talking about Ruben DeMello, I know Ruben from Loyola High School, where we used to study together and stuff, and then he went off to Australia, and then I think around 10 years ago he came back when he was on vacation. He came to a couple of our shows in Goa, and then we ended up jamming after the show. And you know, I was really surprised to see this young, quiet little boy who had left is here with such a great personality, and he's discovered himself as an artist also. I would say he always had this thing of doing songs his way, you know, so original, and he has such a great style, and he's really doing great for himself, I must say, and he's making us proud. So Ruben, if you're watching this, congratulations. This is just the beginning, so go for it, bro. We are rooting for you.
Eyes maka uktiponi Rubanachi tokna करपाक संधी दिल्या देखून हांव तुमचे आभार मागता. हो भुरगो आमचे जिवितांत आयलो आनी आमकां खूब खुशालकाय हाडली, आनी आयज ताका वॉयस सेमीफायनलांत वेंचून काडला म्हूण म्हाका अदीक खुशालकाय भोगता. I feel proud that the public gets to see this humble, loving, caring, and genuinely talented individual I have known all his life. It gives me great pleasure to say this boy is my nephew, and if he makes it to the final next round, please vote for him. Can't wait to see what this journey on Voice is going to do to this young man. I feel so proud and honored to be part of his life and this journey.
I've known Ruben since he arrived here in Perth 20 years ago. He was always fond of playing music. He always had a guitar around him. His family had lots of music sessions. We had great times together. He's always been fond of his music, and I really respect him for where he's got to now with The Voice. I encourage everyone to vote for him, and we are very proud of him and we support him all the way.
Well done, Ruben. You are a gem and star of De Mello's family and others as well. We are proud of your great milestone. Family prayers and support is always there with you. We hope and we are waiting to see you hit the top. Cheers. Well done.
It is a great honor for all Goans to see Ruben performing so well at the Voice of Australia. I did meet Ruben a couple of years ago and had the opportunity to listen to his music. He played a couple of songs for us. One of them was Bob Marley's No Woman No Cry. It sounded marvelous. I knew this boy would reach somewhere. And his dedication for music has really paid up. And I am sure he's going to climb greater heights in music further. And also, at the same time, I wish him all the very best.
All the best. When I first heard you sing, about 10, 12 years ago at Mom and Dad's place, I knew straight away you were something special. You have an amazing voice, your diction, the sound, and I have always felt that you were probably the best Goan singer in your age group in our state, and now you're on the national stage aspiring to be the voice of Australia. All the best. I'm pretty sure and confident you will make it. See you. Be the winner.
Ruben De Mello, हो आमचो एक गोंयचो भुरगो ऑस्ट्रेलिया सिंगींग कॉम्पिटिशनाक तो आयज सेमी फायनलाक पावला. हांव मागता सगळ्या गोंयकारां लागीं ताका वोट करून जिखोवन हाडूंक. ताजो डॅडी आनी हांव आमी एकूच इस्कॉलान शिकताले सेंट रिता मायणा कुर्तोरी, आनी आमी दोगोय तियात्रांनी पासून नेसल्यात. ताजो डॅडी बरो सिंगर आसलो, बरो वॉयस आसलो तेका, आनी तेच परी तेज्या चेड्याक येयला. तो आयज सेमी फायनलाक पावला म्हणून आमकां सगळ्यांक खुशालकाय भोगता. देखून हांव मागता सगळ्या गोंयकारां लागीं ताका वोट करून जिखोवन हाडूंक आनी आमचे गोंयचें नांव वयर दवरूंक. देव बरें करूं.
आमची सगळ्यांची आशा आसा की रुबन सेमी फायनल्सांत जैतिवंत जातलो आनी फायनल्साक आमकां ताका पळोवपाक एक संदी मेळटली म्हूण. ऑल द व्हेरी बेस्ट टू यू रुबन डे मेलो. दुसरी खबर, येता त्या नोव्हेंबराचे 21 तारखेकसून बागयोल सान फ्रांसीस शावेर हाचे रेलिकेचे एक्सपोजिशन गोंयांत सुरू जातलें आनी हें जानेराच्या 5 तारखेक फुडल्या वर्साकसून चालू आसतलें. हाचे मदें भायले देशे रावतले गोंयकार जे हे एक्सपोजिशनाक भाग घेतले तांकां ह्या वर्साक एक खेरीतपणीत मीस गोंयचे आर्च डायसेस मनयतले. ह्या वर्साचो एक्सपोजिशन हाचो कन्व्हिनर फादर हेनरी फाल्कांव आमकां सांगतात.
मोगाच्या भयणीनो आनी भावांनो, आमची गोंयची भावां भयणां वेगळ्या वेगळ्या देशांनी वेगळ्या वेगळ्या गांवांनी शिंपडल्यांत आनी बागीबोन फ्रांसीस शावेराच्या रेलिकांचे दाखोवणेक परतून गोंया येवंक ती आशेतात. We know that you have a great desire, a great longing to be in Goa. तुमकां सगळ्यांक आमचो माये मोगाचो येवकार. As convener of the exposition committee, we welcome you warmly for this exposition. And we await that you will have a divine experience in Goa. Zalin sumar 2 वर्सां, the Archdiocese of Goa and Daman has been preparing spiritually for this great spiritual event. The exposition is a spiritual event. It should help all of us to renew ourselves spiritually. This is my wish also for all of us. आमची गोंयकार भावां भयणां जी आमच्या गोंयांत येतलीं पयस पयसतान वेगळ्या वेगळ्या देशांतलीं तांकां कितें एक आमी एक मीस दवरूंक येवजिलां. नातालांच्या दिसांनी सांजेच्या वेळार तो खंयचो दीस आनी खंयचो वेळ तो आनीक थोड्या दिसांनी तरी आमी तुमकां कळीत करतले. We are thinking of having a special mass for all the Goans in diaspora. A special mass maybe in the evening, probably during the Christmas time, because that is a time we feel many of our Goans would be with their families. Secondly, many of us, we wonder whether the Holy Father, the Pope, will be coming for the exposition. I can say no, the Pope will not be coming for this exposition, because the Holy Father's programs are fixed almost 2 years in advance. The Holy Father also needs to be invited by the government of a nation, and that's why we are sure, we are certain that the Holy Father will not be for this exposition. But the Holy Father is very much aware that the exposition is happening in Goa. Our own Cardinal is in Rome these days, and our own Cardinal has also briefed him about the exposition, and he is praying for us. The Holy Father is with us and is praying for us. तुमकां सगळ्यांक आमी देव बरें करूं म्हणटा. तुमच्या मागणे बसत, तुमच्या बरेपणा बसत, आनी तुमकां सगळ्यांक गोंयांत माय मोगाचो उनवणीत येवकार आमी दिता.
आनी आतां वयचे पयलीं आमचो एक खास इश्ट गांवांत शिवोलेचो गोंयचो फामाद कार्टुनिस्ट एलेक्सिस फेर्नांडीस येता त्या सुमारांत ऑक्टोबराचे 24 तारखेक आपलो 80th जल्माचो दीस मनयता. हाची सेलिब्रेशन्स गोंयांत गेल्ल्या सुमारांत सुरू जाली. आमी ताचे कांय खास इश्ट हांकां मेवले.
Come on, everybody, laugh along with me. Ha 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 ha.
I'm happy to announce that on 24th October this year, we will be celebrating the 80th birthday of our funniest man in Goa, Alex Fernandes, or also known as Alexis, A-L-E-X-Y-Z. I have been with this young man now for more than 50 years. And every time I meet him, I am tickled. And the sounds that he can make from his mouth, no bird can replicate. No bird will even able to understand. He was born first as a funny man. And because he was a funny man, he landed up as a cartoonist. And after that, he has risen to the top of his profession, and he has done extraordinary things. He has traveled all over the world. He has held exhibitions everywhere. He has done portraits of all the prominent people in the world. He has had, exhibitions at the Kala Academy, and he has even inaugurated and started festivals like the Sioli Green Fest and so on. So this man has had an enormous footprint on the planet, on a small Bangarachin Goa, and I hope that many more people will come for the celebrations, which are going to start on the 5th of October with an outstanding pianist, Marielena Fernandes, coming all the way from Austria to perform. And thereafter there will be many exhibitions and shows and so on. So I am here just to announce this glorious event and ask all my fellow brothers and sisters and uncles and aunties and relatives and friends and everybody to come to join with me and with the rest of Goa in celebrating this extraordinary person, Alexis.
We had the celebration. Alex is at 80, celebrating 80 years of his life here on this earth. Alexis is a man who has brought in humor to lots of sad things that have happened in Goa since the 1980s. 86, 87, during the Konkani agitation, he was the most read person in the newspapers. And he also is a person who started the Festival of Plants and Flowers in 1992 in Shivalik. And it's the only festival to date in a school anywhere in India that has survived 13 successive years. And the baton has been handed over to the school and the students there, and it's going to continue well beyond the times we live. Alexis is very much involved with Goa and its environment. He has his books, Goa Paradise Lost, Goan, Goan, and other things which talked in the 90s about what is happening today. Some of his cartoons are almost prophetic in predicting the ravaging of the environment that is happening today. We thought at the time that he was crazy, that he was talking about things which were not possible to happen in Goa, because we are all nature-loving people here. We are people who worship Sateri, the earth goddess. And for this thing to be happening in Goa, we didn't realize that people would come from outside Goa and do things which we thought were unimaginable, because for them it's totally within their imagination. The Botanical Society of Goa is paying tribute to the work Alexis has done. And we look forward to having him for many more years with us, contributing and also helping us to gain new insights into what Goa is.
So I've been singing Alex's work since, I guess, the 90s, possibly the 80s, in the newspapers. Very bright, attractive, kind of positive imagery. And I've gotten to know him over the last two and a half decades, and had some amazing experiences with him. He's a particular kind of an artist who is both, deeply expressive and takes in the world, but very rooted in his place, in his location of Seoli. And I'm a huge admirer of what he's managed to achieve in Seoli. It's no mean feat to kind of revive San Juan the way he has, and to continually create grassroots events. And over the years, I've had some of the best experiences of just simply enjoying Goa in the company of Alex and also his friend Joel, two just amazing gentlemen who in the nicest way would go out and experience Goan festivals, Goan events, and portray them and celebrate them. So very wonderful. I think Alex represents a couple of important things. One is he represents this very strong strain in contemporary Goan culture, which comes from Bombay, which is the Bomoi. So there's a lot of value that has gone back and forth between Goa and Bombay over the course of the last 200 years. The making of Bombay is formidably also a Goa story, a Konkani story. People like Baudaji Lad, many pioneers. Someone like Mario Miranda is a huge kind of figure in the making of Bombay's image of itself. Sometimes quite often forgotten the very rich contributions that Bomoikars have made to Goa itself, to our sense of being Goan. So I would include Alex in that. Alex represents both Bandra and Goa actually. But Bandra and Seoli are two very strong legs or elements of his cultural production. So that's been very rich. And I think actually looking at this exhibition, his work he's a kind of a state treasure, and we should recognize it. There's no one quite like Alex. In the 20th century, there were a series of, if you like, iconic illustrators. Alex fits into that category. And there aren't so many more of those. At least around India, it is a dwindling area. So Alex is a kind of state treasure. I would say that a number of these works should be preserved for future generations. They characterize both being Goan, but also a Goan take, an irreverent but funny, but great joie de vivre. So all in all, it's a wonderful thing that we're all here to celebrate him, and I think that this has worked out very well. He's a positive person. He's really a remarkable, I think he's a kind of a state national treasure should be treated as that. Unfortunately, India doesn't do a good job of recognizing the national treasures from Goa, and Goa, the kind of a cultural administration we've had over the last couple of decades has been abysmally poor at recognizing, who are the real state cultural treasures. So Alex is one of them. Make no mistake, at the end of his, in the last chapter, if you like, of his tremendous career over 50 years, he's achieved something significant.
आपल्या कार्टुनाविशीं सगळ्यांच्या तोंडार हांस हाडपी अलेक्सिस फर्नांडीस हाका आमचे सुसेगाद दनपार हाचे कारभारी हॅपी बर्थडे म्हूण विश करता. Wish you many happy returns of the day, Alexis Fernandes, and wish you 100 more years of good health and happiness. तर ह्यो जाणातले आमच्यो सुसेगाद दनपार गोंयच्यो आनी भायल्या देशां रावतलेल्या गोंयकारांच्यो खबरो मेलबर्न ऑस्ट्रेलियासान मेळुया दुसऱ्या सोमारात. ते मेरेन मोगा संदी.